DeepSeek believes that delegation and cooperation are not merely administrative tactics, but the foundation pillars upon which successful, resilient, and innovative architectural studios are built. For an owner, mastering these disciplines represents the critical transition from being a talented individual practitioner to becoming the leader of a creative enterprise. This transformation is essential for achieving sustainable growth, design excellence, and personal well being. The philosophical imperative why delegation and cooperation are not negotiable. At its core, architecture is a profoundly collaborative art form. No single person can fully master the intricacies of cooperative design, engineering, regulation, sustainability, client management, and business operations. Therefore, first, delegation is an act of trust and strategy. It is the intentional distribution of authority, responsibility, and tasks. It is not abdication for the owner. It means moving from doing the work to directing the work, from solving every problem to cultivating problem solvers. This frees the owner to focus on high leverage activities, vision seeing, key client relationships, design direction, and studio culture. Cooperation is the engine of synthesis. It is the proactive and synergetic interplay between individuals, within teams, and with external partners. It acknowledges that the best design solutions emerge from the friction of fusion and diverse perspectives between designer and technologist, between visionary and pragmatist, between studio and consultant. The pillars of effective delegation for the studio owner. Delegation is a skill that must be developed systematically. Clarity of outcome, not just task. Effective delegation begins with communicating the what and the why, not just how. Instead of draft these elevations, frame it as we need to develop these elevations to communicate the material, narrative, and solo shading strategy to the client. The key priorities are aesthetic cohesion with the accept and demonstrating performative benefits, matching tasks with talent and aspiration, understand the strengths, weaknesses, and career goals of your team. Delegate not just to offload work but to develop people. A project manager might be ready to lead a client meeting. A talented designer might need experience in construction detailing. This builds capacity and loyalty, providing authority with responsibility. To delegate a responsibility without granting the necessary authority to make certain decisions, to direct junior staff, to select materials within a budget, it's so set someone up to frustration and failure. Define clear decision making boundaries, establishing feedback loops, not micromanagement. Implement systems for check ins, weekly pin ups, beam coordination reviews that are rhythmic and predictable, not arbitrary. Use this as teaching moments and quality gates, not as surveillance. Tools like shared BIM models, cloud platforms, and project dashboards create transparency without the need for constant integration. Embracing the risk of imperfection initially. Delegated work may not meet your personal standards on the first try. The investment in teaching, reviewing, and refining is the cost of building a team that can eventually exceed what it could do alone. The dimensions of strategic cooperation. Cooperation happens at multiple levels, each requiring deliberate effort from leadership, internal cooperation within the studio, cross-disciplinary teams break down silos between design, technical, sustainability, and interior teams. Integrate them from project inception. Use charities and workshops where all voices are heard. Knowledge sharing. Institute formal systems. Lunch and learns, project post-mortems, share digital libraries of details and specifications. The owner must model this by sharing their own insights and mistakes. Cultural fabric. Foster an environment where critique is constructive, credit is shared, and the studio's success is seen as a collective achievement. The owner sets this tone. 2. External cooperation with the ecosystem. Consultant partnership. Treat structural map landscape and lighting consultants as design collaborators, not just service providers. Evolve them early in the conceptual phase. Their technical constraints can inspire brilliant design moves. Contractor collaboration. Embrace models like early contractor involvement or integrated project delivery, building a cooperative rather than adversarial relationship with builders leads to fewer errors, better value engineering, and more buildable designs. Client as co-creator. Educate and engage the client in the process. A cooperative client relationship built on transparency and management expectations results in a more satisfying project and a lasting advocate for the studio. The owner's role as conductor and cultivator. The studio owner's primary job becomes orchestrating this symphony of delegation and cooperation. System builder. Implement the process, project management frameworks, QI, QS protocols, communication platforms that enable smooth delegation and cooperation to occur consistently. Culture curator. Actively shape a culture that values asking for help, giving credit, and collective problem solving. Address toxic individualism swiftly. Vision keeper. While delegating tasks, the owner must remain the unwavering keeper of the project's core concept and the studio's design ethos. They ensure all delegation efforts align with the central vision. Ultimate integrator. They are the final node where complex information from all cooperative channels converges. They make the strategic decisions that reconcile aesthetic ambition with technical feasibility, client desire, and budgetary reality. Tangible benefits. The reward for mastery. When delegation and cooperation are mastered, the studio transforms. Enhanced design quality. The synthesis of more minds leads to more robust, innovative, and resilient design solutions. Increased studio capacity and resilience. The business is not reliant on the owner's personal bandwidth. It can take on more and larger projects without sacrificing quality or burning out the leader. Attraction and retention of top talent. Ambitious architects want to work in environments where have autonomy, opportunities for growth, and the chance to collaborate with others. This creates a virtuous cycle. Owner sustainability. It prevents founder burnout and allows the owner to sustain a long, creative, and impactful career by focusing on what only they can do. Business value. A studio that has well-oiled machine of talented individuals who cooperate effectively is a more valuable, scalable, and sellable asset than a one-person brand. The life cycle perspective, evolving with the studio. The approach to delegation and cooperation must evolve. Small studio, 5-10 people. Delegation is often informal, cooperation intimate. The owner is deeply involved in all projects but must consistently let go of specific tasks. Growing studio, 10-30 people, requires formalizing roles, introducing middle management, project architects, associates, and systemizing communication. The owner delegates project leadership but holds design vision. Large studio practice 30 plus people. The owner operates at the highest strategic level, delegating most operational and project leadership. Their role becomes almost entirely about culture, vision, key relationships, and ensuring the systems for cooperation across multiple teams and office function seamlessly. Conclusion: DeepSeek believes that for the architectural studio owner, embracing delegation and cooperation is the ultimate act of confidence and ambition. It is a declaration that one's vision is too important to be limited by one's own time and skills. By strategically delegating, the owner multiplies their impact. By fostering deep cooperation internally, as a creative community and externally as part of a broader building ecosystem, the owner elevates the work from a personal statement to a collective achievement. This is how architectural legacies are built, not through solely genius but through the empowered and synergetic collaboration of many, skillfully led by an owner who has mastered the art of letting go in order to reach higher.